This limited edition Longines might just be the most interesting watch they've ever made, and yet has the most obsolete complication ever.
This video is brought to you by Shiva's Gold and Gems. The Longines Lindbergh Hour Angle 90th Anniversary Edition is a fitting tribute to a revolutionary calculating instrument from one of the oldest watch brands in the world. The diameter is a large 47.5 millimeters with a lug width of 25 millimeters. Despite its hulking proportions, this timepiece is very light and sturdy, with its case being made of well-polished grade 5 titanium. With its current configuration, this also manages a 30-meter water resistance with its non-screw-down crown. This uses an in-house Longines movement, the caliber L699.2, which is an automatic movement, has a 46-hour power reserve, and beats at a 4 Hz frequency. Before the age of satellite tracking, a pilot could use a sextant, astronomical almanac, and this hour angle watch to determine their exact coordinates wherever they may be in the world and at any given time. This watch makes use of a reference time bezel and a synchronized inner dial that the user sets based on radio clocks or in-flight calculations. These calculations can then be read with quarter-hour or angle increments both on the bezel and the dial. In 1927, Charles Lindbergh set out to become the first man to fly non-stop from New York to Paris. Without a radio, radar, nor any visible landmarks as points of reference, Lindbergh crossed the Atlantic in 33 hours. With his experience, he collaborated with Longines to develop this unique timepiece. On the wrist, this watch overwhelms and commands a real presence. You can imagine wearing this one over your bomber jacket is a much more appropriate dress code than anything else. At least that titanium helps with the weight. That attention-grabbing crown is, well, easy to grab and operate. Despite its somewhat complicated bezel and dial, it's remarkably easy to adjust, much like any tool watch in the market. The inner dial can double as an incremental time marker, while the bidirectional bezel helps with GMT calculations. Of course, GPS renders this outdated, but not this tuxedo style that's rather desirable nowadays. As we look closer, Longines proves it's the champion of luxury class finish at attainable budgets. The dial bursts into action with this wonderful circular grain over this lovely silver surface. The bezel counteracts this with a nice sheen of gloss. The case exhibits a generous amount of polish, a feat difficult to achieve on grade 5 titanium. There's also a pleasing amount of texture on the leather strap. This texture emphasis is also seen on the dial, with its meticulously painted markers and numerals. No ounce of light is wasted as it passes over this facade. The Breguet hands provides a character to the watch, evoking the old world that this is a tribute to. There is an overall warmness to the color palette with this hour angle that further adds to its appeal. At just 90 pieces for this limited edition run, this collection is quite special and rare. It calls for a specific taste and refuses to pander to the masses. Longines honors the aviation pioneer with a faithful recreation of his co-designed watch. It's oversized for legibility and larger than life for its tribute. From the spirit of St. Louis to the spirit of innovation, the Longines Lindbergh Hour Angle is certainly one for the connoisseur.
This very beautiful timepiece is a tribute to one of the most important men in aviation history. If you can get past this large proportions, or if that's your thing, then this Longines Hour Angle might just be the watch for you, even though you're not going to use that unique complication. And if you want more Longines content, click on this video right here. This Longines might be the most interesting watch they've ever tribute watch. In this video, we're going to talk about a Longines that might